Let's begin in the U.S., where the shockwaves from the leaked Supreme Court draft ruling are reverberating across the country in both anti-abortion and pro-choice circles. Since Roe v. Wade legalized abortion nationwide in 1973, many women have fought tirelessly to overturn it, believing the life of an unborn child begins at conception. Others have clung to the hope that America's highest court might uphold the almost 50-year-old ruling that allows a woman the right to choose. There is more in this report.
On Monday, hundreds of protesters gathered outside the Supreme Court after Politico published the report suggesting the conservative majority is preparing to fully overturn Roe v. Wade, the 1973 decision establishing the right to an abortion. The Supreme Court now appears ready to overturn its landmark decisions establishing the right to an abortion, a decision that, if finalized, would dismantle 50 years of precedent and pave the way for states to severely curtail abortion rights in the U.S. Meanwhile, Joe Biden is warning that such a legal change, if the decision stays the same, would have far-reaching implications.
Does this mean that in Florida they can decide they're going to pass a law saying that same-sex marriage is not permissible? It's against the law in Florida? So there's it's a fundamental shift in American jurisprudence.
In the meantime, Democrats and Republicans alike issued statements reacting to the reported draft and the possible implications it would have if such a ruling was ultimately handed down.
What the Republicans have been working toward this day for decades. They have been out there plotting, carefully cultivating these Supreme Court justices so they could have a majority on the bench who would accomplish something that the majority of Americans do not want.
If this report is accurate, the Supreme Court is poised to inflict the greatest restriction of rights in the past 50 years, not just on women, but on all Americans. Under this decision, our children will have less rights than their parents.
A decision to overturn Roe v. Wade does not mean that abortions will stop happening. It just means that in half of the states where their governors and legislatures have declared war on reproductive rights, women will be forced into dangerous and sometimes deadly situations.
The leak of a draft opinion from the Supreme Court is breathtaking and unprecedented in modern times and has already sent shockwaves through Washington and the nation. The draft indicates it was written by Justice Samuel Alito and circulated on February 10. It did not say which other justices joined the opinion, but notes that a person familiar with the court deliberations, say 4 other conservative justices, Clarence Thomas, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett, voted with Alito to strike down Roe during closed-door discussions after oral arguments and have not changed their positions. It's also unclear whether Chief Justice John Roberts will join the conservative majority, according to the Politico.